Good morning, guys. Today is March 20, 2017. It is a Monday, so a new week should be good. What are we watching today? Today, the pre market looks pretty slow. Not a lot of the gappers, not a lot of news outs, not a lot of movement. Futures are down today. So, today, name of the game, stay on the sideline and, just wait for something to, either pop up on the scanner or some sort of momentum to pick up. But other than that, stay on the sideline. Don't jump into anything. Wait for the right volume to come in into stocks and wait for the right entry. And the good entry points is what matters when markets are slow. So what pre-market, the only thing I kind of came across, although I have like few names on my watch list here, the main thing I'm watching out of this watch list is MYSZ, MYSZ. This company, MySize Inc., had in the past made some major move. Went from 4 to all the way up to 16, so nearly 400%. And then after that, it's just kind of been downtrending. So the news out on this today is that their new app is in the testing and demonstration stage, and the float on the stock is 18.13 million. So low float, lower than 20 million. What we like to see, some sort of news out, catalyst out. So if nothing else is moving, a stock like this could potentially catch some momentum, especially with a low RSI on it. That just shows that it's way oversold or close to being oversold. So that's what we're watching on this. Other than that, I don't really see anything. ARLZ is another one, has a pre-market high of 270. In the past, there's been some days where it made some moves, but the volume usually in the stock is pretty low. And then once obviously when the volume comes in, it's in the millions. Right now the news is that the CEO purchased some shares, 500,000 shares on the open market. So that's usually a positive news. CEO investing in his own company, that shows that he has faith, or he might have some things in plan that other people don't know, and that what sometimes attracts investors and traders. So we'll keep an eye on it. As you guys can see, it's in the 31 for the. So we'll see here. So yeah, what we're watching on this is potential break of 270 with loss of volume coming in, and but the only thing with this is it has a float of 39.86 million, so nearly 40 million in float. That's way too high, and that's not something we like to trade. But if the opportunity presents itself, even though if it's a bit high float, if the opportunity presents itself, this is something we could take advantage of. So that's what we'll be watching out of the gates. Other than that, it might be just a slow day. I might not even have any trades today, and that's okay. That's great. That's a position. Being on your hand, sitting on the sideline is also a position, and sometimes taking that position is the best outcome, or the best position to be in, especially when the markets are a bit slow. So anyways, I will see you guys once the market open, or if something lines up or if something stands out. We'll start the recording again. So hey guys, so little mistake this morning today. uh, MYSZ, I kind of got in pretty quick, because I figured it could potentially run. I jumped in on the break of 265 here, and it just it broke through. Like look how weird it's acting. Okay, I just got filled at 260 again. I'm gonna see if it can get over 269. It's, I don't know, it's acting weird. Again, my fill's at 260. So I'm gonna wait to see if this candle could potentially, or the next candle could potentially get over 269. Um, and if not, then I'll basically just bail out of this stock. Again, I got in at 260 on this. Um, and potential exit is basically on the break of 269. Oh man, this is dropping again. Okay, I just got out at 250 or 249.08, which sucks. Okay, I am officially starting the day very, very red because of MYSZ. Although I had small size, it just it's being very, very choppy, very weird, and it's not the type of stock that I could potentially play, safely. Um, so we'll probably just not the way I wanted to start my Monday, obviously. Especially with the loss of I mean, look at the executions. The first time I got in at 265, it went all the way down and then it popped back up, and then I ended up basically getting out at 247 and 248, and then I get back in at 260, and then I'm getting out at 250. So this time I lost 10 cents. This time I lost about 15 cents. So just not the type of trades I wanted to take. And it's obviously being a little choppy, being a little weird. So we'll just watch it. I mean, I'm not gonna take my third trade because I have the rule of 3 trades per day, three trades max per day. I'm definitely not gonna take my third trade until it's something that can help me get back into either the positive, or help me reduce my loss. I obviously don't want to have a day where I start off my week with such a big loss, especially coming off a week where I had good trades. So I clearly don't want to take put down on my thing that I had $60 loss today just because of a stock like this that's choppy and weird. So we'll just kind of watch. We'll see what happens. I'm sure something will pop up. If nothing is moving, there will be that one stock that's just gonna pop up and it's gonna start moving. So I'll definitely look for that for my third trade. So definitely not MYSZ. It's very weird stock. Oh my goodness, that's weird. Just the way it's acting up here, choppiness. It's crazy. So anyways, we'll keep an eye out and then we'll jump back into something if something pops up. I should have stick to my rules. Like, remember I said earlier in the video that it's slow. We're not gonna jump in until some good volume comes in. I mean, this candle looked like there's a lot of volume coming in and it's a low float. And to me in the back of my head, it was just like, okay, it's a low float. This is something that can potentially take off if it can get some volume. And this choppiness is just kind of is what scared me. So anyways, we'll keep an eye out. So guys, I just got into Delt here at one. I wonder what my execution is. 170. I got in at 170, and basically what I'm looking for this is I feel like this is a low float stock. It could potentially run. We just need to get some volume into the stock. Basically, there's some volume that came in, but it just kind of looks like it might not. So we'll just keep an eye on it. It was something that was on my watch list. I was watching it. It's clear up here. We just basically want to see some volume come into the stock. Take out 172, the high of day, and then we can potentially open up some room. If we take out 175, we can potentially open up some room to it hitting $2 today. This is a stock that has low float, very low float. I believe it's I don't know. I'll take a look. Find the float information on it. But this is something that I feel like if traders start seeing, especially with nothing else moving, if traders starts seeing this, and this is, and they're like, oh, you know what, we like this is moving. See, as you guys can see on the thingy, nothing else is really moving. Now there's buyers coming in at 170. We got to take out that 172 level. If we can take out 172, we open up some room, and I think that would attract some more volume into the stock. If we take out 172. So we'll just be watching it, see what happens. My exit is basically 167. If it goes below 167, I'll look to get out. But right now there's no volume coming in. But if it holds this trend line, we could potentially see it take out 172. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'll be watching it. Okay, so ended up bailing out on Delt. It just couldn't get the volume, and it broke that 167 level, and I got out at 165 there. I think I'm done for the day, guys. I had a bad start to the week, but it's not something that's going to carry forward. Just today I had a bad start to my day, but bad start to the week for trading. I basically, I'm down about $66 plus all the fees. So I'm basically down. I basically gave away all my last week gains. I closed the whole week, green, and today I just gave away all of that away. And you know what? The markets are just, as I said earlier, the markets are just really, not doing anything. And it's something that maybe I should just keep in mind and not look to just trade and not look to just jump in. And you know what? Like I said, with trading, there's a lot of mentality. The psychological side of trading is the hardest part. And that's what this is all about. Just knowing that, you know what, nothing is moving. Like, you can't take advantage of anything because nothing is moving. Even when something does move a little bit, you can't just jump into it because, you know what, it doesn't have enough strength. It doesn't have enough enough traders behind it. And keeping all those in mind, keeping that in mind, it's easier to talk about it. Like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But then it's also putting in the action when things start moving and realizing that, you know what, it's just better if I stay away. So, with all that, I'm kind of upset at myself that I took, the MYSZ trade cost me nearly, $60, just that one trade alone, and I only got 200 shares. And that's the worst part, because even when you have small shares, sometimes if you lose 10, 15, 20 shares on it, you still end up, losing a lot for a small account. So, I mean, it's not the way I wanted to start my Monday, but that's what happened. So what we're gonna do now is we're basically gonna go clear my head. I'm gonna journalize my stuff. I'm gonna clear my head, and I'm just gonna walk away from the markets. And then I'll come back with a clear head tomorrow. And then the goal would be basically to grind back up to where I was. It's my first day. I mean, I could have a green, I could have a red day. That's fine. And then moving forward, I just need to stick to my rules again and figure something out. Figure out what's wrong. Figure out what happened today. And today, you know what? It's just being an idiot. That's what happened today. Today is just about being an idiot. I never ever really like buying this candle, especially when it opens low and then it runs up and breaks the high of day. I never like buying that, and I don't know why I always jump in. Every time I see it happen, every time I see volume, every time I see it break the pre-market high on one candle, I jump in. And I'll usually do that, and I usually shouldn't do that when this happens. I should do it when the stock is basically curling up, it opens there, it's pre-market high, and then breaks through, and that's where you jump in. But when the stock moves from down 240 all the way up to 265 in the first 1 minute candle, and then breaks it, jumping in there is just not the smartest thing to do. Maybe let it run out and then pull back. If the stock is strong, it'll have a clean pullback and then it'll run again. So you can always look for that entry, right? It's just jumping up here and trying to see if it'll work is just not the smartest thing to do. And I just need to remember that. It's something that's gonna cost my account, cost me. It's just not gonna be good for me, right? So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's just gonna be a short video. I'm just gonna basically journalize all my entries, and then see, see where I'm standing. What's the plan for tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.